Bayern München. Internazionale Milano.
So, 9 teams who have won more than 500 trophies between them, would you believe? Among them, last season's winners, of course, Paris Saint-Germain, the most successful club in Champions League history, Real Madrid, and the 2023 winners, Manchester City.
Indeed. Now, if you're wondering how it's all going to work, up here on stage, we'll have Zlatan drawing the balls for the clubs in the first couple of pots, and then we'll have Kaká pressing the button, and that will reveal their opponents. So let's get going, gentlemen. Please begin the draw for the upcoming 2025 UEFA Champions League.
Here's the draw.
Thank you, Pedro.
Come on, Spurs.
Everything is ready and the pressure is huge for all the fans because we are kicking off the season. But now it's not on me. I hope that this draw helps resolve our relationship with Zlatan because I need your help now.
I will help you.
Thank you very much. Please shuffle the balls and deliver the first
Inter Milan, the one he picks out first,
to kick off this season.
Bayern München.
So it is Bayern München, so the champions of Germany, who scored 99 goals last year and lost just 2 matches to win their 33rd Bundesliga title. So we are ready. Apparently our computer has already drawn the 8 opponents for Bayern, and I would ask Kaká now, press the button and we will reveal them.
Zlatan and Kaká, thank you very much indeed. So let's look at them. These are their opponents for this season's Champions League phase from pot 1, block
Chelsea, PSG,
to say the least.
Arsenal.
Bayern Munich will be hosting Chelsea at home and then travelling to the Parc des Princes to take on the champions PSG. That's from pot 1. From pot 2, it's Club Bruges and an away trip to North London to take on Arsenal. From pot 3, they will face Sporting Club de Portugal and PSV Eindhoven in the Netherlands. And from pot 4, they take on newcomers Union Saint-Gilloise and another newcomer as well. They'll travel to Cyprus to meet Paphos.
Yeah, and we see one of the recent finals already played again between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern. So Zlatan, we're ready, we can now move on. We go to the second team.
You're going to pick out Inter Milan.
Chelsea.
Chelsea FC, the winners of all UEFA competitions. So for Chelsea, we are also ready, and for Chelsea we need to find out 7 opponents because one is already known, it's Bayern. And Kaká, press the button, we will know soon.
Bayern, Barca,
So,
Benfica.
we find out the path for Chelsea football two-time winners. It's Barcelona to go on with Bayern
Chelsea
Munich
away
in pot
to
1 in
Napoli.
match with two-time winners Benfica. It's Ajax at home and Napoli away. And in pot 4, they'll be hosting Paphos, the debutants, and Karabakh. They'll have a trip to Azerbaijan. That's the path for Chelsea.
Yes, this is the path for Chelsea. Zlatan, help us please with another team.
He's going to pull out Inter Milan.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, the only team which has played more than 500 matches in this competition, 503 to be precise. For Real Madrid we know nothing yet, so if you press the button we will reveal 8 opponents for Real Madrid.
City at home, Liverpool away,
Deciding the path for your
Juventus,
former club
Benfica.
there. Let's take a look at who they play in pot 1. They just keep meeting, don't they, from pot 1?
Real
Manchester City
Madrid have got
and
some
Liverpool, they play
tasty
both of
ties.
them, in this league phase. From pot 2, they will host Juventus and travel to Lisbon to take on Benfica. From pot 3, it's Olympique de Marseille and a trip to Greece to take on the Greek champions Olympiacos. And from pot 4, it's AS Monaco. And
No one's
it's a trip
facing us
to
yet,
Kazakhstan to
which
take on the
is
newcomers
sad.
Kairat Almaty.
Yes, and another recent final with Liverpool, so Liverpool Real Madrid to be played again.
Up the
Thank
fucking
you very
Real
much,
Madrid.
Zlatan. Please go and let's see who comes next.
Inter Milan.
Inter Milano.
Internazionale Milano finalists 3 months ago, and the best defense in the league phase of the first season. Only 1 goal conceded to their opponents by Inter. No opponents have been drawn for Inter, and Kaká play your derby with Inter now.
The 3-time winners will be facing Liverpool at home and Borussia Dortmund away in pot 1. Then it's Arsenal and Atletico de
Oh my
Madrid
God.
in pot 2. A home match with Slavia Praha.
At home to
the
Liverpool,
Netherlands
at
take
home to
on
Arsenal.
Ajax. And in pot 4, it's Kairat Almaty at home and another debutant, Union Saint-Gilloise away.
Yes, this is all the story for Inter. Let's go.
Manchester City.
Borussia Dortmund.
Fuck.
So Borussia Dortmund, say also winners of 97, they will need 3 matches to have played 200 matches in this competition. So we'll
They've
have
already
to
got
make the
Inter
three,
at
of course,
home.
for Borussia Dortmund. We know that they will play Inter at home, and they will have another 7 opponents to face.
Yeah, so the 7 remaining teams for Borussia Dortmund, then Manchester City.
Yay! Tottenham away!
Pot 1
Come
pot 2.
on!
They host
Oi, we
Villarreal
beat
and travel
Dortmund.
to Juventus from pot 3. It's newcomers and of course Europa League semi-finalist Bodo Glimt and the Europa League finalists as well, Tottenham Hotspur from champions, I should say, the Europa League champions Tottenham Hotspur from pot 3, and from pot 4 they will host Athletic Club and they'll travel to Denmark to take
Europa League champions.
Yes, and the less recent final here, Borussia Dortmund.
We beat Dortmund.
Back in
Easy.
1997. So
We beat
Zlatan,
Dortmund.
yes, please.
It doesn't look exciting, yeah? Nasser.
Barcelona.
Liverpool.
Liverpool FC, so champions, English champions for the 20th time, equaling the record of Manchester United, and first place in the league phase of last
Home to
season.
Real Madrid, away to
For
Inter. That's
Liverpool,
going to be
they
good.
have already been drawn against Real Madrid and Inter, and they don't know the opponents in pot 2, 3 and 4.
That's absolutely right, Giorgio. 6 opponents to find out now for Liverpool. It's Atletico de Madrid and Eintracht Frankfurt from pot 2. PSV Eindhoven at home and Olympique Marseille away from pot 3. And in pot 4, Karabakh at Anfield and Galatasaray in Istanbul.
So this is it. This is the path for Liverpool. We have 3 teams left to conclude.
Liverpool
pot,
don't have the
number
easiest of
1. So
draws, I can't lie.
let's see who comes next.
Man City.
Barcelona.
This time it is FC Barcelona, top scorers last year, 43 goals. Of course, no surprise because their front line is really atomic. Rafinha, Lewandowski, Yamal can score to anybody. Please, Kaká, press the button.
They got Chelsea
7 goals
away.
to be revealed for Barcelona.
Yeah, another one of Zlatan's former clubs then. We know they're facing Chelsea from pot 1. They're also
Oh,
taking another one of
Newcastle
Zlatan's former
versus
clubs,
Barca.
PSG. From pot 2, Barcelona will host Eintracht Frankfurt and travel to Belgium to take on Club Bruges. From pot 3, it's Olympiacos.
Oh, Newcastle
and, a trip
Barca
to
could be a
Slavia
sick
Praha.
one.
And from pot 4, Barcelona host Copenhagen. Oh, and they travel to St James's Park to take on Newcastle.
Yes, this is it. We have only 2, so take one of the 2 balls so that the computer can draw their opponents.
Paris Saint-Germain.
Paris Saint-Germain.
And now the title holders of Paris Saint-Germain, they won not just the Champions League but the treble, so the 2 major trophies also in France. Only 9 clubs have done it in Europe. So big merit to this team, and Kaká
Home to Bayern and away to
their opponents after Bayern and Barcelona.
The defending champions will also
we got to go to PSG.
Leverkusen away in pot 2, hosting Tottenham and playing in Lisbon against Sporting in pot 3,
PSG away.
and in pot 4 it's a home match with Newcastle United and a trip to face Athletic Club.
Yes.
Bring it.
So
Bring
that's
it.
all. We know everything
Bring
also
it.
for Paris Saint-Germain, and Zlatan, if you pick the
PSG away.
last
Go on
goal,
then.
we all know who we're talking about, but the paper will also show it.
Manchester City.
And of course, it is Manchester City record holders because they did 26 matches without a single defeat between 2022 and 24. They will play Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid, and tell us which are the 6 teams.
Leverkusen to good.
Manchester City, some great
City
trips,
at home
actually,
to
for the City
Napoli.
fans, from pot 2, they host Bayer Leverkusen and they travel to Villarreal. From pot 3, it's Napoli and a trip to the Arctic Circle to take on Bodo Glimt. And from pot 4, Galatasaray.
Oh, you
and a
can't
visit
place more
here
than
in
2
the
teams from a
Principality to take
country,
on
so I can't
AS
place Napoli
Monaco.
anymore.
So, the
That
first teams
sucks.
have been drawn. Some incredible fixtures to look forward to already. Kaká's former side Real Madrid taking on Manchester City again. Zlatan's former team Inter against Liverpool, and the holders Paris Saint-Germain against Bayern Munich. We have to remember at this stage, of course, the grid shows you all of the fixtures, but not necessarily the order. The full calendar will be released for you on
So we got
Saturday, so make sure you keep an eye out.
Dortmund at home,
Tune in
and we
for
got
that. We're
PSG
done with
away.
pot 1, of course. Before we go to pot 2, I had a quick question for Zlatan about PSG. Of course, you were there 4 seasons, won 4 league titles, and you've actually scored more goals in the Champions League for PSG, 20, than any other club. So how happy were you to see them lift the trophy for the first time ever last season?
I'm super happy. I have a good relationship with the president Nasser. I was there from the first day. I'm super proud that I was the architect of the project, because for every project you need an architect, and I was the architect. It's not easy to play in PSG because when I came, I ate schnitzel, now they eat caviar, so little different. No, I'm super happy and proud. They're doing an amazing job, and I think the whole world is enjoying, and they just have to keep going and be humble, feet on the ground, and work, just like they're doing.
Thanks for your insight. We are moving on to pot 2 now, where 9 more teams are about to find out their destiny in this season's league phase.
Boo! Benfica. Atalanta before Christ. What a geezer. What a geezer.
9 more outstanding teams in pot 2, including a couple of 2-time winners, Juventus and Benfica, 3-time finalists, Atletico de Madrid, and last season's semi-finalists, Arsenal. Gentlemen, and specifically Giorgio, back to you.
Yes, not back to me, but back again to Zlatan. You are absolutely great with the pot 1. Show us more greatness now. And here
Atalanta.
we go, first team of pot 2.
Bayer Leverkusen.
Yes, Bayer Leverkusen, who won all 4 home matches last year without conceding a single goal to their opponents. We are ready for Bayer Leverkusen. Just to remind everyone, Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City are their pot 1 opponents. Please. Thank you.
Okay, These are the next teams that Bayer Leverkusen will be playing. From pot 2, they will host
Leverkusen have got easy teams, bro. PSG and City,
it's a
that's
home tie
it.
against PSV Eindhoven.
They
and a
win
trip
all the rest.
To take on the Greek
Should.
champions Olympiacos.
Should
And from pot
win all the
4,
rest.
Newcastle United at home and Copenhagen away.
Yes, so this is Bayer Leverkusen. Let's go with another one.
Arsenal.
Arsenal
Boo!
FC semi-finals last year. They had to concede a victory only to the eventual winners of Paris Saint-Germain. For Arsenal, we have drawn Bayern and Inter, and we are now ready to find out which are the 6 teams.
Oh,
We are
yes,
finding
these
that
are
out right now,
difficult teams.
Giorgio. It's Atletico de Madrid and Club Brugge in pot 2, home match with Olympiacos, and a trip to Slavia Praha in pot 3. And in pot 4, they'll be hosting the newcomers Kairat Almaty and taking on Athletic Club on the road.
Yes, this is all for Arsenal. So after Arsenal, who comes?
Juventus.
Atalanta Bergamasca Calcio, one of the big surprises of the last few seasons. They are established Champions League team now, and the most recent winners of a UEFA title for Italy. They did it in 24 with the Europa League. So 6 opponents for Atalanta after Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain.
Thank you, Kaka, for pressing the button. Let's take a look at their final 6 opponents then. From pot 2, it's Club Bruges and a trip to Eintracht Frankfurt. From pot 3, they will host Slavia Praha and travel to Olympique de Marseille. And from pot 4, it's Athletic Club and a trip to Belgium to take on the newcomers Union Saint-Gilloise.
Yes, Bruges challenging Atalanta again. They eliminated
She loves saying
Atalanta last
that
year,
club name,
and
innit?
now they will have to go to Bergamo. Let's see. Please, Zlatan. Next team drawn.
Benfica.
This time we go to Portugal, to Benfica. 45 participations in the Champions League, the second most overall in Europe. For Benfica, we're ready. They know they will play Real Madrid, Chelsea and Leverkusen.
Oh.
You tell us which are the 15.
Poor Benfica.
The Portuguese Giants, who of course qualified this week, they'll also be facing Juventus away, hosting Napoli and Ajax in pot 3. And in pot 4, it's a match at home in Lisbon against Karabakh and a trip to St James's Park to take on Newcastle United.
Exactly. So this is all for Atalanta. We have now another team that we want to
Newcastle have been blessed, you know,
see already.
with the home fixtures.
Club Brugge.
Bruges. Bruges is the cup winners in Belgium and the only Belgian club which has made it to the final of this competition in '78. They will face, they know already the 4 teams of pot 1 and 2, Barcelona, Bayern, Arsenal, Atalanta, and now we go with the others.
Yeah, and the final 4 for Club Brugge are Olympique de Marseille,
Yeah, Club Brugge
and a
are
trip
up.
to Lisbon to take on Sporting de Portugal. And from pot 4, they host AS Monaco, and they are away in Kazakhstan to take on Kairat Almaty.
Yes, this was Bruges. Please, Zlatan, draw another ball.
Eintracht Frankfurt.
Eintracht Frankfurt, the first German club to reach a UEFA club final in 1960 in front of an amazing crowd of 127,000 people. So, Kaka, please tell us which are the 5 teams after Liverpool, Barcelona and Atalanta.
They are Georgia,
way to
Atletico de Madrid from
Frankfurt.
pot 2, Tottenham and Napoli from pot 3, and in the final pot,
light work.
it's
We beat them
Galatasaray
already. We beat them in the
and
Europa League.
Karabakh away.
Wait, light work.
Yes, that's all over
Frankfurt,
for Eintracht.
Frankfurt away is
We have
light
now
work, bro.
3 left to conclude pot number 2.
Juventus.
Juventus, the Italian team with the most matches played in this Champions League, 311. So they will play Dortmund, Madrid, Real Madrid and Benfica, and we now reveal the other 5 opponents.
Villarreal,
Yeah,
Sporting,
completing the picture then for the
Glimt,
two-time winners.
Paphos,
From pot
and
2
Monaco.
it's Villarreal, from pot 3 it's Sporting, and a trip to Bodo Glimt. And from pot 4 they will host the newcomers Paphos, and they will be here to take on AS Monaco.
So 2 newcomers also for Juventus here, we see with Bodo Glimt and Paphos. Yes, Zlatan, please, you draw another ball. 2 Spanish teams.
Atletico Madrid.
And we go with Atletico de Madrid, the winners of 7 European titles in total between UEFA Cup, Super Cup and Cup Winners' Cup. So Atleti, they will face Inter, Liverpool, Frankfurt and Arsenal, +4.
The final 4 for Atleti. Bodo Glimt at home, PSV Eindhoven away, that's in pot 3. And in pot 4, they'll be hosting Union Saint-Gilloise, and they'll be traveling to Turkey to take on Galatasaray.
Correct. Only 1 team, Zlatan, and pot 2 is done.
Villarreal.
Villarreal.
Yes, what we were waiting for is the yellow submarine of Villarreal, winners of the Europa League in 21. And who comes after Man City, Dortmund, Juventus and Leverkusen for them? Let's press the button.
Ajax. Oh, we're at hands of Villarreal!
Villarreal then, they host Ajax and they travel to Tottenham Hotspur. And from
Big
pot
up
4,
Tottenham Hotspur.
it's,
Mate, she gets me
at home, and a
she gets me
trip
going
to
every time she says our name.
Yeah, so we're halfway
in the
through.
4th
18
Champions
of the
League.
36 clubs know who they're facing. There's a lot to look forward to after these first 2 pots, of course, including Club Brugge against Arsenal, for example, Juventus taking on Benfica, Atleti playing Frankfurt, just to name a few.
Yeah, just to name a few indeed. Kaka, we were speaking before, weren't we, about your incredible memories of winning that 2007 Champions League final. Actually, before the draw earlier today, Pedro and I were taking a look at an image of that starting lineup, and we were just thinking, wow, it is just superstar after superstar after superstar, including your good self, of course. What was it like to play in that team with such a group of talent?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing to be part of that team with these players that you just mentioned. I've been blessed to have this kind of teammates in my career, in Milan, in Madrid, in national team. So it's a lot of lessons. Every training it's a lesson. So I had Maldini as a captain, has a Cafu, Pirlo, Gattuso, Shevchenko, Inzaghi, all these players every day. It was really good, amazing.
You teach each other.
Yeah.
It's brilliant to see. Look, we're going to move on to pot 3 now. 9 more teams then will be
Come on.
discovering their fate,
Up the
including
fucking
the
Spurs.
4-time winner of this competition and last season's Europa League champions.
Woo! Europa League champions, baby. Tottenham Hotspur. We're on the big stage. We're back on the big stage, and I'm all ready for it. So ready for it. Napoli! Shout out the Italian striker. Up the bloody Napoli. Olympiacos. Slavia Praha. Bodo Glimt, first time in the Champa. Olympique de Marseille.
9 more teams then from 8 different countries, including some real giants, previous winners Ajax and PSV Eindhoven, established European teams, of course, like Tottenham and Napoli, and also some sides looking to make their mark in this competition, Slavia Praha and Bodo Glimt.
Indeed, and you may have noticed that we've had a formation shift here on stage. We're now going to have Kaká attacking on Giorgio's right, drawing the balls, and on the left of Giorgio, it's Zlatan pressing the button. So, Giorgio, over to you for the second half.
Because champions can play everywhere on the field. When there is class, there is everything. So now, Kaká, you have to be at the same, up to the job of Zlatan. Please shuffle the
Come on,
balls.
Kaká. Tottenham Hotspur.
And you draw the first team of pot number 3.
Olympique de Marseille.
Olympique de Marseille is the first team drawn and the first French club to have won the trophy in 1993. Well, the trophy, of course, from the inception of the UEFA Champions League. That's clear. They know already that they play Liverpool, Real Madrid, Atalanta, Club Brugge, and Zlatan. Now, please reveal with the button, yes, the other 4 opponents.
Yeah, the final 4 then for Olympique de Marseille from pot 3. It's a home tie against
Newcastle,
Ajax.
they need to
travel
get to the round
take on
16.
Sporting, and from pot 4,
They've been
they're at home
actually,
to Newcastle
like, fully
United,
blessed.
and they're in Belgium to take on Union Saint-Gilloise.
Yeah, so this means that we're ready for another team.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Tottenham.
Yeah!
Tottenham Hotspur. So the Spurs, winners of the UEFA Europa League this year, ending a wait which lasted more than 40 years for European silverware. So Tottenham
Home to Dortmund, away to PSG, home to Villarreal, away to Frankfurt.
and Frankfurt.
12 points.
Zlatan will now reveal which other 4 teams.
Slavia Prague.
Completing the lineup, Slavia Praha at home, Bodo Glimt away, so rematch of that semi-final in the Europa League
Done.
last season.
Finished.
It's a home
Easy.
match with Copenhagen.
Easy.
and
We're
an
through
away
to the next round,
fixture
boys.
Right here in the Principality to take
We're
on.
through to the next round. Slavia Praha, Copenhagen,
this is
Villarreal
it,
at home.
Kaká,
Easy,
please,
bro.
draw the next team.
Ajax.
Bodo Glimt.
Bodo Glimt, one of our newcomers, first Norwegian team in the Champions League after Rosenborg in 2007 and 8. And for Bodo Glimt, what do we know? We know 5 of their opponents, and we need to reveal another 3.
We have, of course, Slavia Praha from pot 3, as well as Tottenham, and in pot 4, it's a home match with Monaco and a trip to Istanbul to take on Galatasaray.
Yes, this is also the lineup for Bodo Glimt. We can proceed. We have another 6 teams waiting in pot number 3.
Olympiacos.
Points are known, but we must know everything.
Sporting.
Sporting Club
I was gonna say
de
Sporting.
Portugal,
But I sided
back-to-back
against
champions in Portugal. First time it happens since the 50s. Congratulations to Sporting, of course. And you can press the button and give them, reveal 3 other opponents for them.
I Napoli are getting so lucky, bro.
They're facing Olympique de Marseille and, of course, Napoli away. And from pot 4, it's Kairat Almaty at home and a trip to the Basque Country to take on Athletic Club.
Yes, let's go ahead, move on with the next draw. After Sporting,
Olympiacos.
we go to Greece with the Greek champions and cup winners of Olympiacos, the only club from Greece who have won a major UEFA trophy, Conference League, in 2024. Yes, please, 4 opponents to be revealed.
Yeah, and that quartet is PSV Eindhoven at home and Ajax away, so 2 Dutch opponents for the Greek champions in pot 3. And in pot 4, it's a home tie with Paphos from Cyprus, debutants, and an away match at Kairat Almaty in Kazakhstan.
So a derby between Greek speakers with Paphos. Very good, let's go. You tell us the name of the next team.
Napoli.
Ajax.
This time is Ajax, the most successful Dutch side in this competition. 4 wins for Ajax, 3 in the 70s with the team of the great Johan Cruyff. Let's go. Zlatan, 2 opponents are not known for Ajax.
Yeah, much known for Ajax already. Completing the final legs of their adventure then is Galatasaray at home from pot 4 and a trip to Azerbaijan to take on Karabakh.
Yeah, that's all also for Ajax.
Ajax
We
got
can proceed.
Tough. Looks tough
For
for
the
them.
next team.
Napoli.
Slavia Praga.
This time it's SK Slavia Praga, champions of Czechia. They won all their 18 matches at home last season to win the title. And for Slavia Praga, we need to reveal 2 teams.
We do indeed, and they are Athletic Club at home and Pafos away, completing the picture for Slavia Praha in next season's competition.
Correct. Let's go, next row.
Kaká looks so uncomfortable. Napoli.
PSV.
PSV Eindhoven, winners of the title in the Netherlands last year with a fantastic final rush in the last month. And for Eindhoven, what we know is 5 opponents, and thanks to Zlatan, we will know the other 3 now.
Okay, thank you. From pot
PSV
3
at home to
1988
Napoli.
We know about
And
Olympiacos
away to
already, so
Newcastle.
Napoli is the other team that they'll be facing at
How many home
From
games
pot
do
4
Newcastle
is
have?
Union
Jesus.
Saint-Gilloise, and a trip to St James's Park to take on Newcastle.
Yes, so only one to complete pot 3. Kaká.
Napoli.
We're talking about
Napoli.
it is of course the team with the Scudetto on the shirt. It's Napoli, winners of the Serie A twice in the last 3 seasons. They have been allocated 6 opponents. They need to know the 2 from pot 4.
Yeah, so
Karabakh
we
and
already knew about
Copenhagen.
Sporting and PSV, completing the picture. Karabakh at home and a trip to Denmark to take on FC Copenhagen.
So many quality fixtures already, Pedro, Giorgio, Zlatan and Kaká. We can't wait for all of them already. A few to pick out from here. Marseille against Ajax, Bodo Glimt against Tottenham, the rematch, as you said, and Napoli against Sporting. It is all looking very exciting already.
But we're not done yet. On to our final pot, and this one includes 3 Champions League debutants, as well as teams from Spain, Turkey and England.
Pot 4. Should be pretty quick. Oh yeah, that. What a goal.
Champions League first-timers Union Saint-Gilloise, Pafos and Kairat Almaty are all waiting to complete their picture for this year's competition, as are the other teams, of course. So let's not keep them waiting any longer. Let's reveal the final fixtures for this season's league phase. One last time. Over to you, gentlemen.
Yes, one last time. Not many matches to be revealed, but pot 4 versus pot 4, basically. Kaká, you can shuffle and draw the first team of pot 4.
Newcastle.
Athletic Club.
So it's Athletic Club Bilbao, one of the 3 Spanish clubs, always in the top division in Spain. And for Athletic Club, let's go, press the button, and let's see which 2 teams from pot 4.
Karabakh and Newcastle.
Such a rich
Again,
history, such
how
a
many
great stadium
home
as well.
games do Newcastle
In
have?
pot 4, it's a home game against Karabakh, and they are facing Newcastle United away.
Yes, let's go after Athletic.
I'm getting so vexed at how many away games people have at Newcastle.
Karabakh FK from Azerbaijan, the champions of Azerbaijan, the only club from Azerbaijan which has reached the group stage or league phase of this competition. They know 7 of their opponents, and we need to press the button for the last one.
Yeah, final piece of the puzzle is Copenhagen
at
home for Karabakh from Azerbaijan. We already knew about Athletic Club from this spot.
Of course. Let's go ahead and move on.
Newcastle.
Monaco.
AS Monaco. So our hosts here for this draw as Monaco. They
Akliush, who could be a Spurs player
soon. They need again to know the 2 from pot 4.
Yeah, thank you, Zlatan. 2 remaining then for AS Monaco from pot 4. It is Galatasaray and a trip to Paphos, but they have some incredible ties already, don't they?
Exactly. So we know everything also for AS Monaco. We go ahead.
Newcastle.
Galatasaray.
So this time it is the
I don't like this Kakagizo buff. He's just making me look like an absolute mug.
Turkish champions of Galatasaray to celebrate 120 years of existence this year. So congratulations to Galatasaray.
Why are they showing the goal
Ready
against us?
to learn the last opponent for Galatasaray.
Yeah, from this spot they already knew they were playing against Monaco. They're now also hosting Union Saint-Gilloise.
That's it for Galatasaray. 5 to go.
Newcastle.
Newcastle.
Yes, first
Newcastle
time.
United from St. James Park, and let's see, English Cup winners last season. And what do we have for Newcastle? Only 1 opponent.
Quite a journey for Newcastle fans. They are already facing some former champions, aren't they? And the final picture for them is from pot 4. We knew they were hosting Athletic Club, and the final fixture is Union Saint-Gilloise.
That's decent for Newcastle.
Let's go.
They're finishing
Next
bottom.
team. The puzzle is almost complete. Very few matches to be revealed.
Paphos.
Union Saint-Gilloise.
And we go with Union Saint-Gilloise, newcomers. No draw needed for Union Saint-Gilloise because all their 8 opponents.
Yes, of course, including from pot 4 Newcastle and Galatasaray, like we've just seen. They're facing a couple of former champions in Inter and Bayern as well, and Olympique Marseille and PSV. So a lot of former champions that the Belgian side is taking on.
Exactly. So let's draw another team because we have 4 matches which are not known yet.
Paphos.
Paphos FC.
So
Okay.
we go with the newcomers of Paphos FC from Cyprus. From Paphos, we have to draw this time. Yes, press the button for 1 final opponent.
Yeah, Paphos fans will really be enjoying their league phase campaign, won't they? And completing the picture for them, as well as hosting Monaco, they will be away to fellow newcomers in Kazakhstan, Kairat Almaty.
That's it. Kaka, please. One of the last 2 balls.
FC Copenhagen.
It is FC Copenhagen, winners of the league and the cup in Denmark last year. We have to
Copenhagen.
press the button for the last pairing, which is missing.
As well as Karabakh, they'll also be facing Kairat Almaty from pot 4. Great path for the Danes as well, who qualified this week. A lot to look forward to.
Okay, so let's see the content of the last ball. Pretty obvious.
Kairat Almaty.
Of course, Kairat Almaty taking Kazakhstan into the UEFA Champions League. Their opponents are of course known as this is the last team drawn.
And they came through in such incredible fashion, didn't they? What a great pleasure to have them in this competition. They faced former champions Real Madrid and Inter. I mean, that's going to be incredible for their fans. So their journey begins, as does everyone else's.
Yeah, guess what? We're done. We've done it. So the draw for the league phase of the UEFA Champions League is now complete, and those final fixtures, like Rashmin mentioned earlier, the computer is now working on them. And they
Oh my God,
reveal
yes.
On Saturday from this spot, we've got some matches to highlight. Maybe
Trent's going to Liverpool.
Paphos against
Oh my God, Trent's going to Anfield. He's going to get ripped
I don't know
apart.
about you, but I can't wait to get started. It's my favourite time of the year because this is where we know where we might be, what we will be watching.
Right. That was me reacting. Hell, I was acting in the way the entire time. To the Champions League group phase draw. Come on. We're going through to the round of 16 automatically. It's absolutely brilliant. If you did enjoy this video, like, subscribe, and I shall see you. Like, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace.